DreAllDay.com.
You're now tuned in to the show where you learn the discipline to show up day after day to do the work, the confidence to put yourself out there boldly and authentically, and the mental toughness to continue showing up, doing the work, putting yourself out there, even when the success you've expected to achieve is yet to be achieved. And on top of all this, you get a huge dose of personal initiative. That is the go-getter energy that moves any one of us, including you, to go make things happen instead of waiting for things to happen. Then we put all this together into one philosophy, one message, one package, one bundle, one mindset, one book, one daily masterclass that is called Work on Your Game. My name is Dre Baldwin, also known as Dre All Day, and welcome to the show. And today's topic is how to take advantage of luck. Now, luck is something that we've talked about in several episodes of this show here. I'll refer you to a few. I'm not even going to refer you to every episode in which we talked about luck because there are too many of them. But in episode number 405, I told you that the results that you're getting in life are not necessarily because of luck. I told you in episode 280 that only lames can get lucky, but real people are able to recreate their success. In episode 1721, I told you why luck matters and why being good does not matter. This is one of my counterintuitive beliefs, volume 3. That was, again, episode 1721, just a couple weeks ago. Now, how to manufacture luck, episode number 1220. And I told you that luck does matter, good luck and bad luck, in episode number 1154. And there are many others where we talk about luck. And if you just go to DreAllDay.com and just type in luck in the search bar there, you'll see all the content we have on luck. Some of it will be articles, some of them will be episodes of this show. And at workonyourgamepodcast.com, you can listen to any of the episodes that I just referred you to. Just rewind it and note the numbers, and you can listen to any one of them at any time. All that being said, I just told you that I have episodes where I told you that luck matters a lot in success. Not only good luck, but also bad luck. But luck only seems like luck when we take advantage of it and leverage it. See, the thing is, things occur in our lives every single day that could be construed as luck, could be looked at as luck, and even taken advantage of as luck. But if we don't notice them and take advantage of them and do something with them, then what would have been luck, the potential luck, just passes us by because we didn't even notice. We were asleep at the wheel and the luck just walked right past us. So today, and we don't know that it happened. So today we're going to talk about how you can take advantage of luck when it does happen. First of all, maybe how you can get better at noticing it, and then what you can do to take advantage of it when it does happen. Because luck can happen for you a lot more often than it is right now if you would just become more aware, more cognizant of when an opportunity for luck presents itself. Because as they say, opportunity knocks. That is a lie. Opportunity does not knock. Opportunity just walks around, just wanders around, waiting for someone to come and grab it. But it's not going to come up to your door and say, hey, here I am, opportunity. If that does happen to you, consider yourself lucky, okay? But most of the time, you're not going to be that lucky. Most of the time, you need to go see the opportunity and then seize the opportunity. All that said, let's get into point number one. The topic, once again, is how to take advantage of luck. First thing you need to do is be an opportunist. Be an opportunist. Now, I talked about opportunity in many episodes of this show. I told you how you have to take advantage of opportunity quickly in episode number 842. In episode 751, I bared out this whole point that I just made. The opportunity does not knock, that you have to go out there and create it. In episode 549, that real people create their own opportunities. They do not wait for opportunity. In episode 454, how you can become the opportunity. So you don't have to go and create it. You can actually be the opportunity yourself. You can create it from within. Episode 429, this is the last one I'll give you here. You can go refer to many others. The key to lost opportunity is when you show up unprepared. So when we talk about being an opportunist, let's get a definition of this word because I think it has some negative connotations. I want to make sure I clear that up. Definition of an opportunist is a person who exploits circumstances to gain immediate advantage rather than being guided by consistent principles or plans. Let me say that again. Listen very closely to this definition. A person who exploits circumstances to gain immediate advantage rather than being guided by consistent principles or plans. Now, here's the part of this definition I want you to really pay attention to. Is the word immediate. It's the key word in this definition. An opportunist is a person who, when they see the opportunity, they make an immediate decision to act on it. They don't wait till the next day. They don't think about it. They don't go ask 3 of their closest friends what they think about the situation. Because by the time you do any of those things, the opportunity is gone. It has already wandered off, and somebody else who was being an opportunist, you had an opportunity to be an opportunist, but you passed on it. Someone else who was being an opportunist, they took advantage of it. They took it off the plate. They took your food off your plate before you even had a chance to eat it. The opportunist is the person who is always eyes open and ears open, looking for opportunity, and thus, when they see it, they're ready to jump on it. Understand that luck is around us at all times. But when you're not in an opportunistic mindset, you don't notice the luck. It's not that the luck is not happening, it's just that you don't notice it. It occurs to other people who are standing right next to you. They happen to quote unquote get lucky while you're not lucky. No, both of you had the same chance. It's just they were being opportunistic and you were not. That's how some people seem to get lucky more often, because they're looking for it and you're not looking for it. So it seems like you never get lucky. Opportunists, I want to be clear about something else. When it comes to this definition, first of all, it says rather than being guided by consistent principles or plans. Well, listen, it can be, I'm going to challenge this definition by saying an opportunist can have consistent principles and plans. Their consistent principle and plan can be look for the next opportunity. Now, if there's no overall strategy to it, then yeah, that can eventually your luck and your timing and things working out in your favor are eventually going to run out. You do want to have some strategy in place. That's all part of our work on your game system, is having some strategy in place. But when it comes to being an opportunist, it's not wrong to look for opportunity, and it's not wrong to break your strategy or break your plan, at least in the moment, if you see an opportunity or something that you can jump on right now. If you just see something, you're like, hey, I'm going to take advantage of this. Even though my plan was to go this way, this opportunity says go the other way. I'm going to go the other way because I can't pass on this opportunity. This is one that we have to do. I hate to have to break from my plan, but this opportunity is not going to come around again. I need to take advantage of it right now. Immediate. Again, that is the key word in this definition that I want you to pay attention to. And another thing about opportunists that I want to clear up. Opportunist does not mean you're the type of person who goes around looking to take advantage of other people. Opportunists are people who are looking for opportunity, and thus they see it more often. They're not looking to take advantage of people or steal from you or use you for something. They're just looking for opportunity, and because they see it and they're willing to move on it quickly while everybody else is thinking about it and trying to decide what to do about it, opportunists get a negative. They get this negative connotation, this whole phrase, but there's nothing negative about it. It's definitely not negative when you're the one taking advantage of it. If you look for anything often enough, folks, you will find it. If you're looking for luck, you will find luck. If you're looking for opportunity, you will find opportunity. If you're looking for a way to get seen and known, you will find ways to get seen and known. If you're looking for a way to fix the situation that you're dealing with, you will find a way to fix the situation that you're dealing with. But if you're looking for the opposite, that's exactly what you'll find. If you're looking for reasons to confirm that you never get lucky, you won't get lucky. If you're looking for reasons to confirm that nothing good ever happens to you, nothing good will happen to you. The things that you look for, you get. In the long run of life, everybody, you get what you expect. The long run of your life will reflect your long-term expectations. If you want the long run of your life to be different from the life that you have right now, what needs to be different are your expectations. What are you expecting of yourself? What are you seeking and looking for from yourself? Change that. Change the way that you see opportunity and change the way that you act on opportunity when you see it. All of a sudden, you're going to see opportunity a lot more often. Is that reticular activating system. Once you notice something and you're paying attention to it consciously, your brain starts to notice it everywhere that you go. Opportunity is no exception. Let's move on to point number 2. The topic once again today is how to take advantage of luck. Number 2, be willing to make changes on the go. This goes in lockstep with the first point that we made here about being an opportunist, being willing to make changes on the go. An opportunist, again, has a plan laid out, but when they see that opportunity that might cause them or would require them to break their plan, they break their plan because they understand that the value of that opportunity is greater than the value of sticking to the plan. That's just what it is. Luck does not work on your schedule. I wrote about this in my book, Work on Your Game, and I was talking about success. The success does not work on your schedule, meaning if you work hard for 6 months and you expect to be great at the end of that 6 months and you're not, it's not because you did anything wrong. It's just because success doesn't show up when you tell it to show up. It shows up when it feels like showing up, but you got to keep coming to work. What's the first principle of this show? Discipline to show up day after day to do the work. You got to keep coming to work even though you haven't gotten the results that you've expected to get by this point, despite all your effort, hard work, confidence, and discipline. That's what we call mental toughness. So luck, since it doesn't work on your schedule, when it does shine on you and or you notice it, Understand that luck may interrupt your normally scheduled programming. All right, luck might shine on you at the time that you feel like relaxing, at a day that you don't feel like being at work. You think you're supposed to be like sleep or you're supposed to be on vacation, and luck says, hey, if you come to work right now, we can make something happen for you. You got to be willing to take advantage of that. You got to be willing to make changes on the go. Well, this wasn't part of my plan, so what? Luck said, we're ready right now. You got to be ready. That's how it is. It's kind of like if you were, I remember years ago, it's probably maybe 2014. At the time, I was living in South Beach, Miami, and I was walking right along the water's edge at South Point Park in South Beach. Any of you been to South Beach, you know what I'm talking about. Right along the water's edge, there's the rocks there, and you see Biscayne Bay, and it's just a beautiful place. And I would walk there almost every day because I live 3 blocks away from the strip. And as I'm walking there, this kid came up to me. I don't remember his name, but he knew me from YouTube. He was a basketball player. He had a basketball with him, and he said, my job is, I was like, hey, what are you doing here? Because he wasn't even from Miami. He said, I'm a personal driver for this rich guy he was driving for. And the guy lived in one of these really nice luxury buildings in South Beach. And he said, yeah, anytime this guy needs a ride to go somewhere, he calls me and I just got to drop everything and go drive for this guy. And what the kid was doing at the time, he had a basketball with him. And he's walking up and down the strip dribbling a basketball because he wanted to practice his dribbling. But if his phone rang and his boss said, hey, I need you to drive me somewhere, he had to go run over there and drive that guy anywhere at any time. That's pretty much how luck works. Luck is like, I remember this female that I knew in college. She had this pager, and she worked in, I don't know what, I think it was some type of nursing or some type of doctor program she was in. And she was maybe a year or 2 older than me. But she had a pager. And I remember I was at her house, and the pager was on her desk, and she was like, I got to get up at like 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning to go to work. But if this pager goes off anytime between now and 4 o'clock in the morning, I need to get up and go to work right there at that moment. And because she was what they call that being on call. And any of you who works in the medical field, you know what it is to be on call. So that's how luck is. Luck has you on call. All right, it's like a pager or a phone. You never get to put it on silent. You can never turn it off. And anytime you're in the elevator, you feel some trepidation because you won't get the call if it comes through. As soon as that phone rings, you got to drop everything and go. That's the way you had to be with luck. You got to be willing to change your plans in the moment and take advantage of the opportunity that is available to you. It can and it will interrupt your normally scheduled programming. So be willing to go jump on it and change your plans. Why? Because you won't get this chance again. I remember I reached out to a guy in Germany. This was in the 2000s, maybe 2007-ish. There was this guy in Germany who used to watch my videos on YouTube, and every once in a while he would send me a private message on YouTube. And he would just tell me, hey, he would just message me and just say he liked my stuff and things like that. I didn't know, had any idea who he was. He had like he got like a screen name, so no picture or anything like that, no videos. I had no idea who this guy was. Eventually he said to me, hey, by the way, I'm a manager of a basketball team out here in Germany. This random guy who had been leaving comments, and every once in a while he would send me a private message. And one day I reached out to him and I said to him, hey, you guys gonna sign me to a contract or what? That's all it says. I said, you're gonna sign me to a contract or what? And he replied to me, because he knew me. We had exchanged messages many times before. And he said, well, can you play center? Now, for those of you who don't understand basketball, center on a basketball team is usually the tallest guy on the court. So think of somebody like Shaquille O'Neal or Sean Bradley or Alonzo Mourning, Patrick Ewing, Anthony Davis, and he don't even want to be called a center. But these guys are the centers. They're like 6'10", 6'11", 7 feet tall. Now, I'm tall, but I'm not that tall. I'm 6'4". So those guys are considerably taller than me. And this guy in Germany wrote back to me and said, because I said, are y'all going to sign me? Now, he knows my height. He knows my abilities. He's seen me on YouTube. He said, can you play center? Because that's obviously what they needed on their team at that time. You know what I said? I said, yeah. I said, yes, I can play center. And 4 days later, I was on the plane to Frankfurt, Germany. Now, did I end up playing center on that basketball team? No. But the point is, I was willing to change my plans. I would love to have played point guard on the basketball team. I wanted the team to bring me in as a point guard. On that team, I ended up playing like the 2 or the 3, the small forward shooting guard, the wing position. But the whole point is, I was willing to take whatever opportunity was available in order to get my foot back in the door, because that was the most important thing. I need to get my foot back in the door and get on the team and play somewhere professionally. If that means I got to tell them I can play center, I'll tell them I can play center. And it ain't like I was just straight up lying to. He knew who I was. He saw me on video. He had watched my video. He knew that I wasn't the center. So when he asked me the question, I guess he was maybe trying to be sarcastic or just seeing what I was going to say. And I said absolutely yes. And we ended up making that work out. By the time I got there, they had an American center, so they didn't need me to play center, and I got to play it closer to my natural position. But again, the overall point of what I'm giving you here is you got to be willing to make changes on the fly. You got to be willing to say yes to something that might have seemed ridiculous in other circumstances, but sometimes when you're looking for an opportunity, it may come dressed as something other than what you expected. But you got to be able to see through the mask and see it for what it actually is, which is the opportunity that you're looking for. But a lot of times people in life miss these because, again, they're asking themselves the wrong questions, therefore seeking the wrong answers. Point number 3. Today's topic, once again, is how to take advantage of luck. Third thing you must do is consolidate your gains so you won't need as much luck the next time you're in a certain situation. So, for example, if we come back to that same example of me talking to this guy in Germany, ended up getting a deal overseas because I was messaging this guy who happened to be the manager of a professional basketball team. Again, I had no idea who this dude was. We've been messaging him many times. He never told me what he did for a living until he said that. But consolidating my gains means this. Once I got over there to Germany, I need to do my thing on the court and get some good game film and get some good stats and build up a solid reputation amongst all the other teams and managers and coaches and players in Germany. So if and when I ended up done with that team or that season ended, which it eventually did, now I don't need some random happenstance luck to happen me to get my next contract. Why? Because I built up a reputation and I built up a solid resume as being a good player while I had that opportunity that was created from the luck. You see how that works? So if you happen to be, for example, you're trying to get a job at a big company. It's your dream job, your dream company to work for, and you don't know how to get your foot in the door. But one day you randomly meet somebody who helps you. They were, at the mall, and you held the door open for them. They thought you were nice. They gave you their business card. You get an internship based off of that. All right, you've been applying for years, couldn't get one. You get an internship based off of that. Now, when you get that internship, that lucky break, they got you the internship, you need to kill it in that job so that when that internship is over, you don't need to get lucky again to get your next job opportunity. So if you kill it once you get your foot in the door, that little bit of luck helps you get in. Now do your thing with that little bit of luck so that you don't need luck every time. Because if you keep needing luck every time, that means you did not take advantage of the luck you had last time. You follow what I'm saying? This is what I mean when I say consolidating your gains so you won't need as much luck next time. The definition of consolidate means to combine a number of things into a single, more effective or coherent whole. In other words, take luck, take your game, combine them together, and now you have a resume. And when you have a resume, you won't need luck anymore. So you have consolidated those two together to where you no longer need the other one. This is like the big domino. Like I told you, Tim Ferriss talks about, and Russell Brunson as well. Take your good luck and your fortuitous circumstances and establish a stronger foundation so that your baseline level has now been raised. Now, where you're starting from is not at level 2. Now you're starting at level 6. Now you don't need the same stuff that you needed at level 2 anymore. When I got my first contract playing basketball overseas, my status changed. I was no longer a rookie player with an unproven background trying to get my foot in the door. Now, I was a veteran professional player who had a professional basketball resume. Therefore, my pitch, the way that I presented myself to teams and agents, it changed because I wasn't talking about myself as, hey, I'm trying to get my foot in the door. I'm trying to get a chance. I just need somebody to give me an opportunity. That's how I was thinking before I got on. But once I got on, I was like, hey, Mr. Agent, hey, Mr. Team, I just got done playing for such and such. Here's my resume. Here's my stats. Here's my game film. I'm looking for my next job. What's the deal? What's good? I was able to say that simply because my position changed. Why? Because I had taken advantage of the opportunity that I had taken advantage of in the first place. So my presentation changed, my approach changed. So if you have for example, any of you who's an author or any of you who reads books a lot, if somebody's a best-selling author, nowadays everybody calls themselves a best-selling author, but let's say somebody is a best-selling author, you know what they put on every cover of every book they write after that? It could be 20 years later, what do they write? Best-selling author. From the best-selling author of blank, the name of their book. New York Times best-selling author. Amazon best-selling author. They put that on every book that they put out moving forward. Why? Because their position has changed. Their status has changed. They have raised the floor of their career, raised the floor of their presentation simply because they took advantage of, not necessarily saying that was luck that they became a bestseller, but they're taking advantage of the fact that now they have a new thing to put on their resume, a new notch to put in their belt, a new bullet to put on their resume that everybody has to respect. If your video went viral, for example, you could say, I'm the person who did that viral video that got 10 million views in a week. Why? because that is raising people's perception of you. You took advantage of that thing to happen. Now that goes on your resume and is part of you forever moving forward. You continue to leverage it over and over and over again because you consolidated the gain that came with it. All that being said, let's recap today's class, which is how to take advantage of luck. Luck matters a lot when it comes to success, not only good luck, but also bad luck. But many times people don't even notice that the luck happened. Today, I'm going to tell you how to take advantage of more luck and see it when it's happening. Number one, be an opportunist. Defined as a person who exploits circumstances to gain immediate advantage. The key word is immediate. This is a person who is always eyes open and ears open for opportunity and ready to jump on them. Understand that luck is always around, but it is not around when you're not in an opportunistic mindset. Opportunists are not people who take advantage of others or use other people. They are simply people who are looking for opportunity, and thusly, because they're looking for it, they see it. Number two, be willing to change on the go. Like success, luck does not work on your schedule. When luck decides to shine on you, be willing to drop everything, change your plans, and take advantage of it because it is available in that moment. You may not be able to set up the situation to work in your favor when you feel like it or when you're quote unquote ready. Be ready so you don't have to get ready. Take advantage of luck when it happens. And number three, consolidate your gains so you won't need luck as much next time. Definition of consolidate is to combine things into a single, more effective or coherent whole. In other words, take advantage of your good luck, combine it with your skill and your performance. Now you have raised the baseline of what you expect. You have raised the floor of your career, raised the floor of your name, your brand, and your reputation so that next time you don't need luck as much as you needed it the time before that. You want to learn how to take even more advantage of luck starting with fortifying your mindset. I would suggest you read the Bulletproof Bundle, which are four books of mine on discipline, confidence, mental toughness, and personal initiative. They're called The Mirror of Motivation, The Super You, The Mental Handbook, and 100 Mental Game Best Practices, respectively. You can get all four just by checking a little box when you go to mirrorofmotivation.com, put in your information, tell us where to ship you that book for free. There's a little box you can check there. We're going to make you an offer to get all four books, the whole Bulletproof Bundle, shipped to your doorstep. Yes, I did say shipped, not downloaded, but shipped to your doorstep. Just go to mirrorofmotivation.com. Work on your game. Dre all day.